Wow.
Get your thinking caps on.
I know, get nominated.
Absolutely. That is it from us for the time being. In a moment, the ITV Evening News with Lucrezia Millerini tonight.
Bring you our late news just after 10:30. But for now, from all the team here, thanks for watching. Have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This is a party election broadcast by the Labour Party.
How are you?
Yeah, good. How are you? Are we good?
Thanks for doing this, then.
No,
It's
no
really
problem
good.
at all. No, it's great to see you. And
Do you know this part of the world at all?
no, and I was thinking, I've obviously just driven here today. I was thinking, you either go to Wales, you either go to the Lake District, or you go to Blackpool. I went to Blackpool, but I've never been. How did you find this place?
So my parents brought us here every single year when we were growing up. They love the Lake District.
Yeah.
They went on the honeymoon there, and so I've been here so many times.
Because you only came into politics 9 years ago, and you're actually in a position now whereby you could, in a few weeks, be in the top position in the country. How has that happened?
Well, a lot has happened in that time. We lost our way as a party when we got too out of kilter, if you like, with working people and what they really care about. We had to change all that, bring the party back and put itself in a position to win an election. For me, it's been about duty. What are the guiding principles? In our case, country first, party second, so that was a choice for staff.
Yeah.
Are you making this decision based on what matters to the country, or are you making this based on what you think is going to matter to the party? For the second, I'm not interested.
Yeah. The country are desperately disappointed, just generally, in politicians. They quite often use language like, they're all the same,
Yeah.
two cheeks of the same backside. How do you change that? Because that is something that's been set now for quite a few years.
Action, not words. I don't think people are going to believe that politics has changed until they see it has changed. The first thing is returning politics to service. It's a public service. You're here to serve the country.
How do you really comfort people on tax? Because that is the biggest challenge to any Labour government. You can't manage the economy.
It's one of the reasons I appointed Rachel Reeves to the role of Chancellor, because she's obviously got Bank of England experience and she's got sort of iron rules as Rachel. She will not sign off anything unless it's fully costed and fully funded. Tax levels now are the highest for 70 years, so we can't just go and pull the tax lever. That's why we've said no increase in income tax, in national insurance or VAT. You've got to show, I understand it really matters, that we can get people to say, I trust you on the economy, I trust you on defence, and I trust you on the borders. What I've said by way of description of what would we do if we were able to come into government is a decade of national renewal. A decade is because it's going to take time. Renewal because it's fixing the fundamentals. But the national bit's really important because what I'm saying there to all voters, Labour but Conservative as well, which is if you think that improving your lot and improving our country is a project that you would want to get behind, then this is a national project which you can be part of, even if you don't vote Labour or haven't traditionally voted Labour.
What the British people really want to know is what is going to change day one.
We're going to hit the ground running from the very get-go, day one. First, obviously, stabilise the economy. We have to get that back under control. Secondly, making sure that we're bringing down the waiting list, 40,000 appointments each and every week. That's 2 million a year extra. Bring down that waiting list. A border security command. This is the command that will smash the gangs that are running the vile trade of putting people in boats across the channel. Step 4, set up Great British Energy. We can do that from the start. A publicly owned company generating renewable energy, owned by the taxpayer, making money for the taxpayer. Making sure we're dealing with antisocial behaviour. 13,000 neighbourhood police. We can start on that project straight away. And the other thing we can start straight away, day one, sleeves rolled up, is recruiting the 6,500 teachers we need in our secondary schools, particularly in core subjects like maths. Now, they're the first steps. They're not the only thing by a long stretch.
So you've got a team already working on that day one preparation 4 months out?
Yep. I said, I don't want you having a conversation on day one. I need you to deliver for me. So you need to be ready to deliver from the get-go. And so that's the footing I've had them on.
If your mum and dad were here now, in these cottages, what would they be saying to you?
They'd be having a real moment. And so am I, actually. If she was back here now and I was in a race to be a candidate for the Prime Minister of the country, they'd be really proud. It'd be a real incredible moment. It really would.
That sounds like a brilliant place to finish.
Thank you.
All the best to you, Keir.
That was a party election broadcast by the Labour Party.